Hey, good afternoon, y'all. It's Mobile Bay Prepper. I'm out here sipping on Guinness. Been out here working, doing some priming, putting some primer on some shelves. As y'all know, I'm a painter. I've mentioned it in other videos, but I'm making a pantry in my house and putting some shelving in. I'm out here just putting some primer on. It's nice and cool out here and dry today, so I figured I'd go ahead and put some primer on, and that way when I install them, they'll already be primed. I got a lot more wood inside I gotta bring out here and do, but anyway, just out here enjoying the weather. Birds over here hanging out. They're probably ready for some afternoon mealworms. I feed them early in the morning, and usually I give them a little snack in the afternoons, right before they go to sleep or whatever. But this time of year it's starting to cool off. It got down to, mid 30s last night. It's pretty chilly this time of year here, but it happens. It's the way it is, and it's welcomed because we have such hot summers. This time of year, everybody around here is ready for some cool nights and just cooler weather all around because it's so humid and hot, and mosquitoes are so bad down here. But it was nice last night. My wife and I sat out by the fire and hung out and had a couple of beers. But got everything cleaned up. My wife came out here. She did most of it. We just kind of cleaned up the yard a lot, trying to get it uncluttered. And of course, here I am out here cluttering it back up with stuff I'm working on, but that's just temporary. But we got out here and put stuff in the greenhouse. I got a little bit more stuff to put in there, and I got to get in there and reorganize a lot of stuff. But we took all the pineapples in, and of course I got a few more things over here I need to dig up and put in pots and put in there. I'm gonna try to grow some cucumbers, tomatoes, and some kiwi. I'm gonna see if that'll grow in that greenhouse. I mean, I'm sure it's not gonna grow very vigorously. It's not gonna put on a lot of fruit, but I should either keep it alive for the spring, or hell, it might produce fruit in there. I don't know. Just depends on how warm it gets in there the rest of the fall and the winter. But I've got my sweet potatoes over here, my purple sweet potatoes I got from Aaron and T. I got those going over here. They got to be getting close to being harvested. I'm not sure exactly when I'm gonna pull these out, but probably within the next few weeks or so. And of course I got some shallots in here. I planted a bunch of garlic on the front here of the bed, all the way going down here, and it kind of wrapped around. And then I planted some collard greens seeds, all in here. They just hadn't sprouted yet. And then I've got I added a little bit more compost in these areas here. I got some snow peas I planted in there. I still gotta finish putting more compost in here, and I gotta tear all this shit out over here. It's just a shit show over here still from the summertime. Once all this stuff dies back, I'll get out here and tear it out. But over here in these beds, I can't really grow much in the wintertime because there's just not enough sun because of all these trees. That's what I figured out last year. I didn't have enough sun really to grow. I mean, stuff will grow, but it's just very slow. But most of the stuff I grow in the winter out here is going to be in my little 4x4 beds here and these beds here. So these potatoes are doing pretty good. I mean, they're looking good, but I'm just not sure if I'm gonna dig them out early, or just I might just repot them and put them in the greenhouse just to make room out here for this bed, because I got to put some mustard greens and some turnips in this bed this year. And so I might try to save them if I can. I'll find a container or something to put them in and try to keep them growing and see what happens, but we'll see. And I had some stuff planted in here. These are where I had the cucumbers planted, and I had some gray zucchini planted in here, and I went ahead and dug those out earlier today and put them in some containers in the greenhouse. Forrest, go get your ball. He loves that ball. That's a lab for you. Still got to clean up this mess, but I'll throw it a little bit, buddy. Hold on. So I had a buddy of mine come over here, did some painting on this. Had to put the second coat on. We've been so busy, I ain't had time to actually finish painting this greenhouse, but we painted this side. I got some old antique windows that I put in here. I built this greenhouse over the course of, I don't know, maybe a year, just slowly over the past year and a half or so, maybe 2 years. And then, you know, I had a bunch of old windows that I've salvaged off old houses, and then I've gone to antique stores and bought them, and reglazed them and just restored them, painted them up and put them in here. And you know, it looks cool. I like the old look. And then, like, I had a couple shower doors I got from just random people that I put down here, and got some old windows still in there I need to do something with. But let's take a look inside here. This is kind of my work table. I know it's a shit show in here right now, but I gotta get in here and reorganize. But you know, the Venus flytrap here. This thing, when I first bought it, it died, and then somehow it came right back out. And I put it outside all summer, and with all the flies, you know, of course in the summertime you got a bunch of chickens, you can have a lot of flies. And I took advantage of that, and I put it out there by the chicken house, and it just exploded. So it's doing good. And I got a pitcher plant here, and I give it mealworms from time to time. And just got some random stuff in here. And like I said, I got to get in here and reorganize. We just kind of threw everything in here for the time being, just to get it out from the weather, because it was past couple of nights it's been kind of chilly, and we just need to get it in here anyway. But I've got some ginger root in there, of course a snake plant, and then some asparagus. I still got to put that out somewhere. And several different kinds of mint that I've got. And that right there is an artichoke plant. I'm gonna see what I can do with it. Maybe overwinter it and plant it out in the next spring. But this is one of the gray zucchinis I put. It looks like crap right now, but I'm gonna try to get it going in here. And there's some cucumbers that I pulled out of the bed out there, and I'm just gonna, you know, let them take off and just kind of trellis it up randomly, just to see what happens. Of course, I got a bunch of pineapples up here. These are some smaller pineapples I had in here all summer, and I got to put those in bigger containers. But all my other pineapples that were already in 5-gallon buckets, I got these down here. So they'll probably put on some pineapples next spring, you know, and we'll be eating pineapples next summer. But this is several different types of mint. I got pineapple mint, spearmint. That's oregano. I got some apple mint back there. Of course, I got some rabbit pellets over in there from my rabbits over in the rabbit hutch over there. That I love that the rabbit pellets. It's good fertilizer. And just random stuff in here. I got some tomato seedlings that I put in here, and I'm just gonna see what happens if I can get some good tomatoes this year. I got some black crims and some cherry tomatoes and some brandywine pinks going on. And let's see, I got Tabasco pepper I'm trying to let come on back out. Got some chives. Now that's garlic there. This is garlic. These garlic bulbs or cloves, I should say. They were like some old cloves that were left in my greenhouse that I found. I didn't even know they were there, and they almost looked dead. And they looked like they had a little bit of life in them, so I went ahead and replanted them, and they come on back out. And these are the chives here. But just got random stuff in here, and you know, I love having a greenhouse. If you can have a greenhouse, you know, build you one. It's just great to have one, because you can overwinter stuff and, you know, get your season started early. I come out here and drink a beer and relax in the winter time and just hang out with myself and just listen to music and repot stuff. And you know, just see what I can grow in the wintertime that, you know, I can't grow outside. And it's therapy, you know, for me. So it's good times. But anyway, I'm just gonna show y'all in the greenhouse, you know, what's going on. It's getting chilly, so but it ain't gonna be long, and I'm gonna have greens popped up, and I'm gonna have just a garden full of turnips and rutabagas, and try to grow a little bit more cabbage this year. Some red cabbage and green cabbage, and you know, just different types of stuff that I didn't grow last year. Not really sure, but I know I gotta have my greens because my birds love greens, and I got rabbits now, and I gotta feed them. So, you know, I like to give them fresh vegetables if I can, other than just the rabbit feed that we give them. But anyway, that's what's going on. I just want to make a quick video, you know, just show us what I'm doing. And anyway, I'm gonna get back to work, and I'll holler at y'all later on. We'll see you.